Episode 7, Rebuilding the Earth Soil Restoration Techniques. Hey everyone, welcome back to EcoAlchemy. My name is Pete, and I'm thrilled to have you join me for Episode 7, Rebuilding the Earth Soil Restoration Techniques. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting with your backyard green dreams, today's episode is packed with actionable insights to help you unlock the full potential of your soil. In our last episode, we focused on water harvesting techniques, discussing how to capture every drop of rain and channel it effectively for long-term sustainability. Today, we're shifting gears and digging deeper. Literally, let's talk about soil restoration, the heart and soul of rebuilding ecosystems. From nurturing nutrient-deficient dirt to creating rich, life-giving soil, we'll discuss practical techniques you can apply step by step, so you feel empowered to turn barren patches into biological powerhouses for plants, water, and even wildlife. Healthy soil is essential for every gardener's success. As life begins in the soil, its health determines whether plants flourish or struggle to survive. In challenging climates like Arizona, soil restoration is especially critical. Sandy, rocky terrain typically lacks both nutrients and the ability to retain water, while erosion further strips it of organic matter. But here's the exciting thing. Soil isn't static. It's living and dynamic. With a combination of effort and know-how, degraded soil can be revived, becoming fertile and resilient enough to support thriving gardens or even lush ecosystems. For gardeners, this means everything from improving plant yields to reducing maintenance efforts. By learning to treat your soil as the living system that it is, you're not only helping your garden but also contributing to a healthier planet. The core principle of soil restoration is surprisingly simple. Work with nature, not against it. Every element of your soil is interconnected. To support plant growth effectively, you'll want to increase organic matter, protect the soil from erosion, and encourage the microorganisms that form its life-giving backbone. Restoring soil doesn't require high-tech solutions or costly tools. Instead, it relies on practices gardeners have been using for centuries. Let's explore these techniques in more detail. If there's one piece of advice every gardener can take to heart, it's this: add organic matter. Organic material like compost, mulch, and manure provides a feast for microorganisms in the soil. These tiny organisms break down organic matter, converting it into nutrients that plants can absorb. The result? A richer, more fertile growing medium that delivers life and vitality to your garden. Composting is arguably the most transformative step you can take as a gardener. This technique not only reduces kitchen and garden waste, but also produces a natural, nutrient-rich material to feed your soil. Picture it as closing the loop, where waste becomes resource. To get started, all you need is a compost bin. You can buy one or make your own. Toss in kitchen scraps like fruit peels or veggie leftovers, along with garden waste like dried leaves or grass clippings. Over time, microbes and worms will break down these items, creating compost that's perfect for improving soil structure and fertility. Educational tip: as you get into composting, remember that balance is key. Aim for a mix of greens, nitrogen-rich materials like kitchen scraps, and browns, carbon-rich materials like shredded paper or dried leaves. This balance ensures efficient decomposition and prevents unwanted odors. Adding cover crops to your gardening routine is next-level soil stewardship. Cover crops are plants grown not for harvesting but for the benefits they provide to the soil. Cover crops like clover, vetch, or native grasses serve multiple purposes. Fix nitrogen. Legumes are especially good at pulling nitrogen from the air and fixing it in the soil to support future plants. Prevent erosion. Their roots anchor soil in place, shielding it from wind and water forces. Build organic matter when you cut down or incorporate cover crops into the ground. They decompose and enrich the soil with organic material. For gardeners in arid climates, native grass species or drought-tolerant legumes are especially valuable. Not only do they thrive in harsher conditions, but they also prepare the ground for more ambitious landscaping projects in the future, such as fruit trees or wildflower meadows. Practical tip: grow a simple cover crop after harvesting your summer vegetables. Once you're ready to plant again in spring, turn the cover crop into the soil for an added nutrient boost. If composting and cover crops feel like long-term projects, mulching is the immediate fix every gardener should adopt. Mulch involves spreading materials like straw, wood chips, or leaves across the surface of your garden beds. Mulch offers significant benefits. Protects soil from direct sunlight, preventing evaporation and keeping the ground cooler during hot days. Prevents erosion by acting as a barrier against rain and wind damage. Enhances moisture retention, reducing the need for frequent watering, a game changer in arid areas. Adds organic matter as the mulch naturally decomposes. For gardeners tackling degraded soil, mulch provides immediate insulation from extreme conditions while working silently beneath the surface to improve overall quality. It's a simple yet profound step toward healthier, more self-sustaining soil. One of the most fascinating aspects of soil is its life beneath our feet. Soil isn't just dirt. It's teeming with microbes like bacteria and fungi that fuel plant growth. These microorganisms work hard to decompose organic material, fix nutrients, and improve soil structure. Unfortunately, the use of harsh chemicals and synthetic fertilizers often disrupts these life forms, damaging the soil ecosystem. Instead of resorting to chemical quick fixes, I encourage gardeners to adopt natural techniques, such as using compost as a slow-release fertilizer, planting a variety of crops to mimic a healthy, biodiverse environment, avoiding pesticides that harm beneficial organisms. Giving soil life the space and resources to thrive creates a self-sustaining loop. Productive soil leads to healthy plants, and healthy plants feed back into the soil through root exudates and organic matter. Here's the reality. Soil restoration doesn't happen overnight, and that's okay. Since I don't have my homestead established yet, I've been experimenting with these ideas on a smaller scale, tackling one patch of soil at a time in my starter garden. In one section, I've added compost and planted a simple cover crop to see how quickly it enriches the soil. Another area has been mulched heavily to gauge its impact on water retention. By starting small, I've been able to build confidence and refine techniques I'll carry forward when expanding to the future homestead. For home gardeners watching, the takeaway is this: every little effort counts. Whether you start by spreading mulch, tossing kitchen scraps into a compost bin, or leaving a small patch for cover crops, these steps compound into lasting impacts on your garden's ecosystem. If there's one theme I hope you take away from today's episode, it's this: restoring the earth is a partnership, one where we support nature's own processes rather than overriding them. By nurturing your soil, you're not only building a healthy garden, but also contributing to a larger vision of environmental restoration. In the next episode, we'll dive into the incredible world of native plants. I'll explore how they fit into ecological restoration efforts and offer tips for choosing species that best align with your local environment and garden goals. For now, let's keep the conversation going. If you have ideas, success stories, or questions about soil restoration, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear how you're transforming your garden. And, as always, don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your fellow green-thumbed friends. EcoAlchemy, turning dreams into reality, one garden at a time.